why America's birth rate is declining. Have you ever stopped to consider what could happen if the US birth rate continues to fall? It's a question that's become increasingly relevant, as the birth rate in the United States has been on a steady decline for over a decade. In fact, the last year saw the lowest number of births in 32 years. The implications of this trend are far-reaching. A declining birth rate can lead to a shrinking workforce, which may slow economic growth. It can also mean an aging population, which puts pressure on Social Security and healthcare systems. These changes have the potential to reshape our society in profound ways. And yet, they're happening quietly, almost invisibly, in the background of our daily lives. The numbers are clear, the US birth rate is falling, and the effects of this trend could be significant. So, what's causing this decline? Let's delve a bit deeper. Several factors contribute to the decline in the US birth rate. It's not quite as simple as you might think. Let's start with economic instability. The financial burden of raising a child in today's world is a significant consideration for many. The cost of living, education, and healthcare are all on an upward trajectory, while wages often seem to be stagnating. In fact, the U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates that the cost of raising a child to the age of 18 in America can be well over $250,000. That's a daunting figure for anyone, particularly those grappling with economic uncertainty. Moving on to societal norms, these too have witnessed a dramatic shift. Women are now more empowered than ever to pursue their careers, and the traditional family structure is evolving. The age at first marriage has been steadily climbing, and many are choosing to delay having children or opting not to have them at all. The Pew Research Center found that the percentage of women at the end of their childbearing years who have never given birth has nearly doubled since the 70s. Next, let's talk about family planning resources. Access to contraception and comprehensive sex education has improved substantially in recent decades. This has given people more control over when and if they choose to have children. The Guttmacher Institute reports that the use of contraceptives among U.S. women has risen from 61% in the 60s to 82% today. Lastly, but certainly not least, is the impact of higher education. More people are pursuing advanced degrees than ever before, and this often translates into delayed parenthood. The National Bureau of Economic Research shows that for every year a woman spends in school, she tends to delay motherhood by about 1.5 years. These factors interweave to create a complex tapestry, a reflection of the intricate dynamics of modern American society. And while each of these factors alone may not cause a steep decline, their cumulative effect is undeniable. As you can see, this is a complex issue with many contributing factors. The implications of a declining birth rate extend far beyond simply having fewer babies. It affects our entire society. Let's take a closer look at the societal impacts of this demographic change. To start with, a dramatic shift in population structure is inevitable. We're seeing more people in the older age brackets and fewer young folks, which could lead to a significant alteration in family structures. With fewer children, we might witness the rise of more single-child or childless families. This changing demographic landscape also brings with it economic repercussions. Fewer young people mean fewer individuals entering the workforce, potentially leading to labor shortages. This, in turn, could slow economic growth. Moreover, the burden of supporting the economy falls on the shoulders of a shrinking young population, which could result in increased taxes and decreased spending power. But that's not all. Our Social Security and healthcare systems might be strained too. With an aging population, demands for healthcare and retirement benefits will increase. But who's going to foot the bill? With fewer young people contributing to these systems, the financial stability of these essential services could be at risk. These are not mere speculations, but realities we may face if the birth rate continues to decline. The impacts are far-reaching and could change the face of our nation as we know it. We must understand these potential consequences to better prepare and navigate the road ahead. This is a topic that affects everyone, and your thoughts and opinions matter. We invite you to join the conversation. What are your perspectives on the declining U.S. birth rate? Could you pinpoint a primary cause for this trend? Do you have any innovative solutions or ideas that could potentially reverse this decline? Let's generate a meaningful discussion in the comments below. Remember, your voice matters in this discussion. We look forward to hearing your thoughts.